My son was having difficulty with reading. No issues with anything else, was succeeding in all of his other classes, but reading continued to fail. He was in a remedial reading class for 2 years and still continued to drop in his Dibble scores, just continued to not be able to read, struggled, and just constantly frustrating because he couldn't read. The teachers were labeling him as not being able to pay attention, not being able to stay focused, that he was not working to his potential, possibly ADHD, and yet I was not seeing those things at home. However, I was seeing the frustration. Something that should take 20 minutes for him to be able to read was taking an hour and a half. And the more he read, the more frustrated he would get. And I would have even more issues with him fighting me, not wanting to read, not wanting to do that kind of work because it was not easy for him. When we first heard about this therapy, we came down and everything that we heard in the workshop was my son to a T. All the labeling that he was receiving, that he was not working to his potential, and yet I knew, because he was not struggling in any other class, that just could not be the case, that reading was the main issue. And once we started with therapy, I wasn't sure whether it was going to work until about halfway through, then things started to click. My son also could not ride a two-wheel bike because he had no depth perception at 9 years old, and he was really struggling and fearful of falling. And halfway through these sessions, all of a sudden everything just hit, and now he's riding a two-wheel bike, which gave him the absolute confidence. Now we have no trouble with the reading. I just tell him it's time to read. He goes and gets his book and he reads all on his own. There is no fighting, there's no struggling. So this is definitely worth your time and your effort. If you want to help your child, this is the best thing you can do.
Wait, you forgot to say the ball.
What's that?
You forgot to say about catching the ball.
Tell us.
I couldn't catch a ball because I just thought I was going to get hurt also. But then now I can.
That's
Catch a ball.
pretty cool.